My partner said we catching flights, we ain't catching feelings. It's your boy Bo Rakes. Shout out to Paradise Life. Gang, gang. I'm out here living it, man. Paradise Life in the flesh.
What's good, friends and family? Mr. Flip Flop here. So, another love and flip flop story I need to tell you guys. As you see, blame it on Sosua. We can blame a lot of things on Sosua. So, I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get to this story.
Welcome to Flip Flop.
So, by now, you've definitely liked the video. You've already shared it. You subscribe to the channel, and you've hit that notification bell. So we always talk about vetting people out and seeing who's real and who's not. Mango, real chick, whatever it is. So this story is about, let's call her Christiana, okay? And this is someone I met a long time ago. I've been here a long time, so this is over 10 years ago, I believe it was. And it's an interesting story because it blew my mind as well. I told you guys, nothing really surprises me anymore. I've seen a lot even before Dominican Republic. And things that happen here just be like, okay, whatever. So let's get into it. Years ago, I was just running around the town, chilling, doing what I do. And I walked by the casino, matter of fact, right behind me. And I bumped into this girl. I saw her, real pretty girl. But I could tell she was with some people in front. They just came out the casino. So she looked at me, I looked at her, and I said, hey, how you doing? And just sparked up a conversation. Now, as we're talking, the people in the front start walking back towards us. And I could tell it was definitely mother or aunt and uncle or father, something like that. So they walked up on me and they were like, well, who are you? So I'm talking to them and they were like, oh yeah, well, this is my daughter. You know, we're out here hanging out. You're American? I'm like, yeah, I'm American. I live here, though, da, da, da. So she was like, okay, but the girl didn't have a phone. So the mother was like, well, take my number and you can contact me and I'll put you on the phone with her. I was like, cool. Let's fast forward a little bit. I think I called her 2 days later. She happened to be in the casino. Her mother liked to gamble. And she was like, hey, I'm in the casino. You know, you come through. So I came through, hung out in front. I didn't like being in the casino, so I hung out in front of the casino. And we just kicked it a little bit, got to know a little bit. So I said, well, when you get time, let's go hang out. Me and you, I know you with your moms right now. Let's hang out. So she told me that she can't really get out. Her mom's is a super Christian. She's in church all the time. When she's not in church, they're at the casino. Her mom's like to gamble. A lot of religious people for some reason like to gamble. So I said, cool, you know what it is. Maybe we stayed in touch here and there, here and there, here and there. Maybe a week later or so, she hits me up, say, hey, can I come see you? I said, bet, sure. I'm not thinking none. She's 19 years old. Yeah, 19 years old because I was at her 20th birthday party. 19 years old, very beautiful young lady, cool as hell. So I'm not planning that. We're just gonna hang out, watch a movie, kick it, talk. You know what I'm saying? So she comes to the crib, we kick it, whatever. She tells me that as far as her mother knows, she's a virgin because they call them senoritas. That means they're a virgin. Most parents do not want the child in the house if they're out having sex. Most parents, if they're out having sex. Some fathers will tell their daughters, if you're old enough to have sex, you're old enough to leave my house. So she was known as that's known as a senorita. Okay, so her mother assumed that she was still a senorita, but she had told me she had had sex before with a dude from her neighborhood one time, and she's not. But she let her mother believe she is because she didn't want to get kicked out the crib. I was like, okay, cool. So now in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, I'm definitely not going to smash because she's trying to keep the facade that she's a senorita, and I respect that. Like I said, she was cool. I got a lot of female friends, so it wasn't really a big deal to me. Yeah, she was beautiful, but I'm not thirsty like that, so I don't really care. But as the day went on, we watching a movie, kicking it, I had some rum on the counter. She asked for some rum. I said, okay, you want some rum? Take some rum. Don't bother me none. So she sips a little bit of rum, and one thing leads to another, and we do what grown folks do. I was actually surprised because I wasn't thinking nothing of it after she told me that, her mom thinks she's a senorita and she's trying to stay focused. So we did what we do, and then that became a thing. Now, let me pause this before I get into the next part of the story. So, at the time, I actually lived near the casino. And so the moms kind of had no problem. They went to church, they cleaned up, did what they did every day. The moms kind of had no problem coming to the casino and telling her daughter, hey, go hang with Greg. And no big deal. Now, I wasn't trying to be sneaky. It is what it is. Whatever she was telling her mother, I don't know. I was around them. I spoke to the mother a lot. She was cool as hell. Never brought up anything crazy. It was just, hey, everything's good. My daughter likes you. Y'all be good. So she would come over and we would kind of do what adults do a lot during the week. And then when her moms was done gambling, her moms just hit my phone, say, hey, tell I'm ready to go, and they leave. They probably live like 2 minutes outside of Sosua. So I was like, it is what it was. It was a thing it was going on for like months and months. I enjoyed it. She enjoyed it. We had a good time. It was just weird to me because everything was God, God, God when we were around her moms and her family. So let's fast forward a little bit. One day I get this crazy phone call from her moms. This crazy phone call. Her mom's is flipping on the phone, cursing me out, turning back, and I guess cursing her out wherever they at. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? She was like, you had sex with my daughter. She was a virgin, this and that. Now I'm sitting there like, whoa, wait a minute. I ain't got nothing to do with this because I definitely didn't break a virginity. But shorty being who she was, Christiana, she didn't throw me under the bus. She said, no, he did not break my virginity. So-and-so broke my virginity. But her moms were still mad at me, but I was more like, I didn't know, I don't know what's going on. So I'm a pause. Well, Chris calls me one day from someone's phone, I don't know whose phone it was. And she said, listen, I gotta talk to you. I said, cool, come through. I hadn't seen her in like 2 weeks. Whatever was going on, everything was just dead for a while. So 2 weeks later, she hits me up and she's like, hey, I can't see you no more. I was like, I respect it. I understand it. She wanted to do the horizontal boogie one more time. Is what it is. And then I hadn't seen her for a minute. Let's fast forward, I want to say almost a year, maybe a little bit more, give or take. And I'm on the strip chilling, just doing what I do. And I see these two girls. Now, her sister I would see a lot. They look almost exactly alike, except her sister's a little slimmer. And her sister always had the long dress on, straight churchgoer, Bible in hand, selling candy. So I would always see her sister. She'd be in regular clothes, chilling. I don't know what she wore on Sundays, but regular clothes, chilling. So one day I see these two girls in the long dresses and all that. You probably see them on the strip here and there. They got a Bible in one hand. They got the full Amish dress all the way down, fully covered. And so I see these two girls and they're walking, selling candy, but I'm not paying no mind because I'm talking to somebody. But as they get closer, I notice it's the sister. And I go, oh, okay, I know her. But then I look and Chris is behind her in the same dress, fully garbed out, Bible in hand, selling candy. Gave me a look, nodded her head. I said, damn, okay, that's crazy. I'm happy for her, but all right. It is what it is. I'm very religious, but I don't put my religion on nobody. But, you got to do what you got to do. Now, this part of the story gets a little more interesting, which is why I'm telling this story. You know what? Stay tuned to the end of the video for the Halloween extravaganza commercial. But I'm going to pause this to get into the next part of this story. That's me trying not to be long-winded and tell this story correctly. So let's fast forward. I've just seen her and the sister in the garb. I've seen them around. I'm going to see them every day after a while. And they're out selling candy with the Bible in hand. I'm like, oh, man, okay. She's still beautiful. I just looking from afar. And people are like, man, you can actually see her ass through the dress. And I'm like, hey, man, it is what it is. So now, I want to say a little less than a year after this, I get a call from a good friend of mine from New York. He's like, hey, man, I got a spot in Puerto Plata. I'm out here chilling. Come on through, hang out whenever you're free. I'm like, I'm busy with I just started the bar, so I'm busy with the bar, but I'm definitely going to try to get out to see you. He's like, bet, I got this beautiful chick, man, regular chick. I'm happy, da-da-da. I'm like, man, I'm happy for you, man. I'm going to try to get out there to check you. So I never get out there to check him. You know, the bar's just starting up. Things are really, really busy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is a matter of years. I've always seen a chick, but it's a matter of years. So, I want to say a few months after that conversation with me and my boy, he says, hey, G, where you at? I'm pulling up to the bar. I want to see you. I was like, I'm at the bar. Pull up. So he comes through the bar. And he says, hey, what's up, G? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Miss you from New York. Da, 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 da. And he says, this is my lady. And when I turn, it's Chris, the Christiana. And she gives me a little smirk. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Now, you know, my past with her has nothing to do with him. So I just, hey, nice to meet you. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They happy. Everything with me and her was years ago. It is what it is. For now, I'm good with it. So, he's sitting there kicking it. We just talking good fella shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting there in the back of my mind like, damn. She definitely, to me, like, I never had no plans with her. But she definitely was wifey material, like the chick I knew. And then she went to God again, and then now she's wifey material for my man. I'm happy for him. I'm just like, okay, he got a good one. You know what I'm saying, as far as I know. Well, let's fast forward again. I don't know, I don't remember the exact timeline. May have been less than a year at some point. He hits my phone. He's like, yo, I gotta get with you. I got a little situation. You know, I'm the problem solver sometimes. I'm like, well, what's up, bro? Everything good? I was like, you safe? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I gotta see you. I'm like, bet. Comes through, talks to me. He tells me he caught her with another dude. Now, he had got word from the neighbors. By the way, if you're gonna do dirt, stay out the crib because your neighbors will tell all your business. And the neighbor said, hey, your chick got a dude. So he's like, all right. So he leaves and pops back up on the low in the country, parks up and looks. He can see the door from the street in the whip. And he sees her come out, holding hands, kissing the dude. And he's like, okay, got it. So he waits till they leave again another time, and he takes his shit out. Gets his stuff, tells the landlord, here's the last month's rent. I'm out. It's on her. So he's actually with me, and she calls him. And she's like, yo, what happened? You took your stuff. The landlord said, I got to be out because you paid the rent, and then I got to pay the rent. I don't got no money. So he's like, hey, I have nothing to do with this. It is what it is. So I'm like, damn, this is crazy. This chick out there wilding, like, couldn't believe it. Mom blown. It's one of them things I just wouldn't expect. So, I try not to get involved with stuff like this, especially in the middle. You know, if you my man, I fuck with you, but I try not to deal with the chick because that's none of my business. But because we know each other, she actually pulled up on me. And she said, hey, can I talk to you? I said, cool. So she talked to me. I said, I really can't get involved in that. She was like, you know, I missed some. I made a mistake. I was like, I can't get involved in that. I said, at the end of the day, this dude was taking care of you and you kind of shitted on him. So she's talking to me a little bit. I'm just like, I can't. And by the way, at the time, my chick was around. So I was like, well, my son's mother was around. I was like, I can't really talk to you too long anyway, because I see her peeping over, like, you know, about to get at me. Well, as she's leaving, she goes, hey, can I call you? I was like, no, you cannot call me. Everything she's talking to me now like she wants to see me, you know, one-on-one. I'm like, nah, it's not going to happen. You with my man, everything we had is years and years ago. So let's get to the next part of this story. So the final part of this story, and by the way, don't forget, stay tuned to the end of this video. You will see the Halloween commercial for the biggest Halloween event ever and the biggest event Sosua has ever seen. Halloween, October 24th to October 28th in Sosua. Shameless plug, unshameless plug. So now they've broken up. Old boy's doing his thing. He's back to normal. I'm chilling. I haven't spoken to her since that day she came to see me. Well, we were outside in public by the bar. And I haven't spoken to her again. I don't know how much time has passed. Maybe months, something like that. I'm in Roomba doing what I do. And my man taps me like, yo, shorty bad. And so, you know, I turn around, take a look, and it's Christiana. I go, with some big black dude. And I'm like, okay, this is wild. I've never seen her outside, ever. All my years in Sosua, she lives in Sosua, like 5 minutes down the road. I've never actually seen her on the strip, in one of the clubs, one of the bars, in the casino, yes, with her moms, but I've never seen her anywhere. So now she's walking in Roomba with this dude, and this dude's very happy, and I'm happy for her. Shout out to you, bro. And she looks over, sees me, gives me a little smirk. She always had a little smirk for me. And I'm like, damn, this is wild. Like the chick I knew years ago, now she's in her mid-20s, whatever it is. But the chick I knew back then is not someone I recognize from when she was dealing with my man to now seeing her walking Roomba. It's just, it's a difference. I can tell she's different. Well, her sister, though, still on the strip, selling candies with the Bible in hand, with the dress. Still, every day. I still see her sister to this day. So I'm just like, okay, so now I'm in Roomba probably like 2 days, 3 days in a row at that time. And every day she's with dude in Roomba. They come, they drink, they eat, they leave. One day don't see her no more. Don't think nothing of it. It's, I'm moving on. I'm living my life, so I don't think nothing of it. I bump into her sister. Her sister actually, who kind of hated my guts, really didn't talk to me. Just said hi to me out of nowhere, and I was kind of like, "Hi, hey, how you doing?" Because she never said hi to me. So she's like, "Yeah, my sister's in America. She got married." I was like, "Oh, okay." And she said, "Some big black guy." I was like, "Oh, I think I know who you're talking about." So I'm just like, that's dope for her. I haven't seen her again. It's been a long time. But I thought about the story because we were having conversations about mangos and bar girls and regular girls and working girls. And how do you separate the two? I've told you guys a story about how I had a bartender who I thought was the greatest girl in the world, and she ended up being worse than the hoes on the street. And then you see Christiana in this situation. Pretty much wifey material, probably wifey material right now, the homie in the States. But she still was in situations that led her astray and do other things. Vetting someone out takes a lot of time. I know some of you guys I ain't got no time. Well, if you ain't got no time, then you ain't trying to find wifey material. You ain't trying to do none of that. I don't care what country you in. Could be America, could be Brazil, Colombia, DR, wherever you at. Antigua. Go visit Diddy in Cape Verde. It takes time because people change over time. You may find a diamond in the rough right now that may turn out to be a piece of dirt that was just shiny. So it takes a little more time. That's my story about Christiana. If you're watching this video right now, on Sunday, the 31st, I'm probably on a plane somewhere. So stay tuned for more. I will be going live soon. Much love from me to you. Stay tuned for the Halloween commercial. I love you guys. I'm out.